Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel Math Online Classes. Today, once again, I am present in front of class 10 to discuss subject science. Let us start the video. In these sections, I am going to explain about the periodic classifications of elements, in which I am going to discuss about the variations of atomic size in periods and groups. So please concentrate on this video and try to understand all the things that is explained by us. So let us start the discussions. Here, look at atomic size. What do you mean about atomic size? Simple words about atomic size is that the size of an atom is called as atomic size. Atoms and size. So size of atoms, and the size of atoms is calculated with the help of size of radius. So we can say that the radius of an atom decide its size. Then how we can define it? We can define as the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost shell of an electron of an isolated atom is called atomic size. Means the distance between the center of the nucleus where proton present and from the nucleus to the outermost shell. The distance is termed as atomic size. It is the distance between the center of the nucleus and the electrons of outermost orbit is called atomic size of that atoms. So here atomic size depends upon two properties. First is nuclear charge and the second is number of orbit. Always keep it in mind. Now look how it vary the variation, how the variation takes place for atomic size in an atoms, in an periods and groups. Come and look here, variation in periods. So always remember variations of atomic size decreases from left to right across the period. When we move from left to right, the atomic size of elements decreases. First, how we can able to calculate it? We calculate it with the help of molecules, but because no elements exist in free states, it can exist in combined states, that is called molecules. So we calculate the distance between nucleus and the outermost element of two atoms and we divide it by 2. Then we get the value of atomic sizes. For example, here we take hydrogen atom. Hydrogen forms divalent molecules. Here H2. So one atoms, the distance between here and here is not calculated, so it is the smaller distance. So for convenience we calculate the longer distances for two hydrogens and divided it by 2, it gives us the atomic size of hydrogen. As for example, the atomic size of hydrogen is 37 picometer. How it is calculated? Because the distance between center of two atoms in molecules of hydrogen is 74 picometer. That's why when 74 is divided by 2, we get 37. Now it varies in periods from left to right as the nuclear charge increases. So it applied more force, that's why it attracts the remaining electrons closer to the nuclear, that's why size decreases. Understood? Since nuclear charge increases, it applied more force to attract the electrons, and with the attractions, electrons moves towards the nucleus and reduced the size of the orbit. That's why we can say that the size of an atom decreases while moving from left to right in the period, across the periods. In the same way, from top to bottom in the group, the atomic size increases because the number of orbit increases. As for example, lithium has two atoms, two orbits, first and second, K and L, and sodium has three orbits, K, L and M. Clearly, the atomic size of sodium is more than the atomic size of lithium. In the same way, the atomic size is potassium is more than atomic size of sodium, and atomic size of rubidium is more than atomic size of potassium, and the atomic size of cesium is more than atomic size of rubidium, and the atomic size of francium is more than atomic size of cesium. So we can say that the atomic size increases from top to bottom in a group. Here I have put the example: lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Look at the atomic number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 respectively, and nuclear charges. Nuclear charges means number of protons. Nuclear charges means number of protons increases, so it applies more forces on electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electronic configurations are also given. So at last the radius is given in picometer: 152 picometer, 111 picometer, 88 picometer, 77 picometer, 74 picometer, 76 picometer, and 64 picometers. Look at here, decreases towards right across the period. Okay, in the third period the same things takes place. The atomic size of sodium is 186 picometer and it decreases towards the right. As the atomic size of magnesium is 160, aluminum is 143, silicon is 117, phosphorus is 110, and sulfur is 14, and chlorine 99 picometer. You should remember these things. Here the larger atomic size and it decreases towards the right. And for convenience of remembering points of view, I have given arrow marks of decreases. Nuclear charge increases, that why atomic size decreases. Now variations in group for atomic size: from top to bottom it is increases as the atomic size of lithium 152, atomic size of sodium 186, for potassium 231, for rubidium 244, and for cesium 262 picometers. Understood? So these are the atomic size. Now move towards the metallic and non-metallic characters of an atoms. Metallic and non-metallic characters. It depends upon the tendency of electrons. Tendency of losing the electrons for an atom is called as metallic properties. How much an atoms can lose the electrons, they will show more and more metallic properties. Look at how it varies in period and group. In period, metallic properties decreases from left to right, and the non-metallic properties increases from left to right. Look at with the help of example. Decreases from left to right across the period. How it is decreases? Because the tendency to lose the electron decreases. Tendency to lose the electron decreases. That's why metallic properties also decreases, and tendency to gain the electron increases. That's why metallic properties increases. non-metallic properties increases. If metallic properties decreases, we can say that the electropositivity, yani to make the electropositive ion is decreases, and to make the electronegative ion increases. As for example, the look at the period. Second, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine. Third period, in third period, sodium is metal, magnesium is metal, aluminum is metal, but it shows more metallic properties than magnesium because it has more tendency to lose the electron than magnesium, and magnesium shows more tendency to lose the electron than aluminum, and aluminum shows more tendency to lose the electron than silicon. Understood? And silicon shows more, but here it cannot lose the electrons completely. It shares electrons, so it is called as metalloid. It is metal. These three elements are metal, and it is metalloid. But phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine cannot lose the electron. That's why it is non-metals, and it shows more tendency to gain the electrons. The most preferred element to gain the electron is chlorine among between phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine. Here the tendency to gain the electron increases from left to right, so it shows non-metallic properties. That's why we can say that non-metallic properties also increases. So always remember, from left to right, metallic properties decreases and the non-metallic properties increases, because tendency to lose the electron decreases. And always remember these things. The tendency to lose the electron, it has the most powerful tendency to lose the electron. That's why we arrange the elements of second period in this way. Sodium is shows more tendency than magnesium, then aluminum, then silicon, then phosphorus, then sulfur, then chlorine. Okay. Now variation in group, the metallic and non-metallic property. Metallic characters increases and the non-metallic characters decreases from top to bottom in the group. As we can say that the number of orbit increases, that's why tendency to lose the electrons increases. If the tendency to lose the electrons increases, the metallic properties of an element increases. That's why non-metallic properties decreases. As in the group from top to bottom, lithium shows less metallic properties than sodium, and sodium shows less metallic properties than potassium. Potassium shows less metallic properties than rubidium. Rubidium shows less metallic properties than cesium. Cesium shows less metallic properties than francium. Always remember this pattern. Due to tendency to lose the electrons increases. It happens because the tendency to lose the electrons increases. In the same way, in these groups, carbon, silicon, germanium, and tin and lead. Carbon shows less metallic properties, and then silicon, and silicon shows less metallic properties than germanium. Germanium shows less metallic properties than tin. Tin shows less metallic properties than lead. So lead shows more metallic properties among these elements. Okay, I hope you have understood all the things. And one thing you should remember with the help of this table here, from left to right, ionization energy increases. Left to right, ionization energy increases. As the nuclear charge increases, it applied more force first, and second, As the tendency to lose electron decreases, it requires more and more energy from outside, and the energy given to from the outside to the atoms so that it can release the electrons is called as ionization energy. That's why ionization energy increases. That's why metallic properties what from left to right, metallic properties decreases. Metallic properties decreases. Okay, metallic properties decreases. Metallic properties decreases and basic character decreases. Basic characters, as you know, the oxides of metal is basic in nature. Since the metallic properties decreases, so basic properties decreases, and acidic properties, if basic properties decreases, it is clear that acidic properties increases. It shows metallic properties increases and basic characters decreases, acidic characters increases. And in the group, ionization energy from top to bottoms decreases and metallic properties increases. Metallic properties increases. Metallic properties increases. That means basic characters increases and acidic characters decreases. Then I am giving an examples of second period. Here sodium combined with oxygen to make oxides. It is a strong base, and the oxide of magnesium is basic. In comparison to sodium, it is less, shows less basic characters. And in the same way, oxides of aluminum is amphotic, and oxides of silicon is weak acid. Oxide of phosphorus is acidic. Oxide of sulfur is a strong acids, and oxides of chlorine is highly strong acids, because acidic properties increases from left to right, as I have given in this table. And in the group, the basic B2O3 is acidic, and the basic properties increases from top to bottom. So boron is acidic, Al2O3 is amphotic, and Ga2O3 is also amphotic, but In2O3 basics and in group. It shows here basic properties increases from top to bottoms. So these are the things we have explained. In the next video we shall meet again with the advantage of modern periodic table. Till that I want to say goodbye, thank you, see you.